Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As expected, whenever Conor McGregor, the MMA fighter, started tweeting and making comments on the politics, Ireland's politics, he's Irish, I knew that he will be paid a visit by the Irish police. And not only the Irish police, I suspect that he's gonna end up like Al Capone, charged, convicted of tax evasion. They will send the IRS, let's put this Internal Revenue Services that Ireland has, and they will find that he didn't pay for a burger, the tax for a burger, and they will get him in prison. That's how you shut up people. So Conor McGregor, this guy right here, I'm not gonna give you my assessment of him as a martial artist or as a fighter, MMA fighter. I think it's more qualified than a martial artist but he had some words to say. He expressed his opinion on what happened in Ireland with that stabbing that we still don't know the name or a mugshot of the perpetrator, which I tell you from right now, he's not a ginger, freckled Irish guy, white guy. I guarantee you that. He is something else. That's why these guys are not showing us that. Well, how they learned that? I learned it through experience in the United States of America. And I made that claim in some videos in the past, when there's a certain kind of person belonging to a certain kind of group. In the first day, you know his name, you know his dick size, how many balls he's got, his obviously color of the skin, the group membership, and all that, and his past, and whatever he wrote, whatever he read. When it's about that, when it's someone else that's not like that, a man in his 50s. Stabbed some people. That's all you need to know. But you know everything. And then, strangely enough, you have the media who interviews eyewitnesses, and they don't publish the eyewitnesses' description of the criminal or the perpetrator or the subject or the suspect. They do not. Why? Because that tells you how free we are. They work together. Otherwise, the mass media will find out. Okay, can you describe me the suspect? Yeah, he was. Holy shit, we can publish that. Call the police. Hey, can we publish that? Oh, don't do it because of safety and shut the hell up. So Conor McGregor is gonna be screwed. Now we'll see how he's gonna react. Is he gonna shut up? Which I suspect he will, because they're gonna catch him. They're gonna get him on a little formality. He's got billions. No, hundreds of millions. He used to have like 200 million, something like this. So I don't know if he got the billion yet. But anyway, he has a lot of money. So he has a lot of enterprises so you have some accountants, you have some people working for you that probably did hanky-panky somewhere or failed or are late on a payment. IRS will get those, and this guy's going to get in trouble and going to be blackmailed. That's how it works here. But hey, let's see what these free people in Ireland are doing. Irish police investigate Conor McGregor over riot tweets. I read the tweets through the media. I read the tweets. The twats. November 26th. You will never fight at the category you used to fight, Conor. Gotta tell you that one. Irish police are reportedly investigating Conor McGregor's social media posts amid rising concerns about the spread of hate speech online. Is hate speech illegal? And what exactly is hate speech? Is speech that incites, or speech that you say, I hate that thing, or I hate those? Okay, is that illegal? Are you allowed to hate? Are you allowed to hate? Is it illegal? I'm talking about. Maybe you don't like it, but is it illegal? That's the whole point. I feel insulted means fucking zero. Right? Fucking zero. So again, is it illegal or not? That's the whole thing here. Why do you investigate? Did he promote? He supported what? The rioters? The way you describe them? Yeah, they were rioters. But why? Why don't you go to the issue, to the why those guys rioted, of the condition, what happened, who was that person, why was that person over there, who facilitated the policies, who promoted that. Without that guy being over there, we have probably a ginger, freckled, white Irish guy with, as I said, Guinness beer in his system. Just exaggerating, making it like this, okay? So, no, they don't go to the origin, to what might have started. No. Remember, if you are in the family and one of your children does something stupid, it's still your family. But when you get people from outside and then they do something stupid in your house, in your family, it's not kind of the same thing. You say, why did we bring them here? We all make mistakes. They make mistakes. We make mistakes. The family makes mistakes. But you have to understand that they will always say, well, if we didn't bring this in here, then this guy would have not done that. And he did it. I haven't heard of an Irish guy in Ireland doing the same thing in the past, I don't know how many decades. It doesn't mean that it could not happen, but we don't go by scenarios. We go by reality. And then they blame the guy who points out to things that are there. They're going to attack him for pointing out the reality created by some guys, and those guys are just voted out of office. That's all they got. They screwed up the country for generations, probably forever, the course of Ireland, forever, and then they are fine, and their former MPs, prime ministers, garbage, right? They threw Ireland under the bus. I have nothing for Ireland or against Ireland. Really nothing. It's just this happens to these guys. And then you're not supposed to observe and notice, hey, or why is this outrage? Remember when see, I can't even, certain communities burned cities here, like Minneapolis in 2020, or let's say in other areas here. Or they go and steal from certain kind of malls, they go to Gucci and so on. What was the reaction of some idiots on media without being investigated? They say, well, that's the outrage they feel because they were cheated in the past or something like that. How about the outrage of far right? And I'm not defending the far right because they labeled those guys, those outrage Irish people, which I don't know if they were far left, far right, or whatever. They were Irish people angry with the situation created by the politicians they supposedly voted for. But they label them far right, so you can immediately say, oh, they're far right, I'm not going to identify with them because they're bad. So everything you say now, say, wait a minute, maybe that's a cause. Can we see the cause? Why that occurred? Why these guys went over there and did something like that? But remember, these guys here were saying, well, they're kind of like entitled to feel outrage and destroy other people's property. But here, not the same kind of interpretation. Double standard. Why is that? You're not a victim. You are not a victim. If that's the main argument here. Irish police are reportedly investigating Conor McGregor. All right. Social media post. The Irish capital witnessed its worst violence in decades. Why? When the anti-migrant mob. So that tells me that that guy who did something was an immigrant. Otherwise, it wouldn't be anti-immigrant mobs. If that would be, as I said, an Irish guy doing it, the anti-migrant mob will do what they did. Did they? So they already told us in the initial article when they painted far right with anti-migrant. I knew exactly, not mentioning the name of the guy, anything else. I knew it's someone that is not a ginger, white, freckled, how you want to call that, with a beautiful smell of Irish Guinness beer that I enjoy. Ransack shops and torch police cars. Now that was stupid, obviously. In the center of Dublin. Just that's not right, but they don't try to solve the problem. They just stop here and the history start right here. They ransacked the mob, the torch, but why? Well, because they're stupid and they would have a bad ideology. We say so. Police said the unrest came after hateful assumptions. Why don't you dispel those? Why don't you disperse or dispel those assumptions by telling us and showing us a picture? I don't think they were assumptions. I'm 99% they were not assumptions because they will point it and printed the face, the name of Mr. O'Donnell. What should be a Irish first name? Let's say Jamie O'Donnell. Yeah, that's why he was made about the knife man. Again, knife man's identity. They don't even dare to say who the guy is, knife man. Now, don't you create assumptions? And I don't think there were assumptions because people talk. Eyewitnesses talk. Based on material circulating online and linked the unrest to a lunatic hooligan faction driven by far-right ideology. Why do you have a far-right ideology? What did you do? Sometimes when someone says, well, he slapped her. Oh, he smacked her. Let's say you find something you don't like, hearing that in the family. Oh, he smacked her. What's the first question? Okay, tell me more about it. Tell me what happened. Oh, no. He slapped her. You never slap a woman. What if she had a handgun and he tries to shoot him? Is it acceptable? What if she had a knife trying to stab him? Was she allowed to do something or not? You never lay your hand on a woman. What if she has an AK pointed at you? Would you lay your hand on a woman or not? I mean, you see, the circumstances dictate if you look up or down or left or right on the issue. The same. Why do you have a right, supposedly hateful assumptions, a far-right ideology? Why do you have that? Because that means there's something that is not fixed, and you create a counter. The far-right ideology or far-left ideology is created based on certain things that you want the society to be like, and you see it's not. Oh, it's not. You bring all these guys. That's something. It's a reaction of something. Why don't you go and figure out if that reaction is, I'm not defending a far right or anything, but I don't have to, say it here too many times, but I'm just saying, why don't you go and see what maybe triggered that ideology? Is it, how should I put it? Is it okay to have that kind of view on world? Maybe, I don't like that. Why? Talk about it. Discuss it. So, he slapped her. Why? What happened? As I said, the fury was taken by unsubstantiated, already told us, unsubstantiated reports that a man who attacked the children was from Algeria. That's the first information I find in the country. Unsubstantiated. You want to make a bet that there was not a freckled ginger guy, red-haired. McGregor, an MMA star from Dublin, who is known for controversial rants. Okay, so already portray him as bad. Right there. From the very beginning, this article gives McGregor a bad connotation. He, controversial rants, said he did not condone the riots, but called for change in Ireland. Change. Something wrong? No, there's nothing wrong. You see things that are not there, really. Responding to a message from British First Leader Paul Golding, an ex formerly known as Twitter, calling for him to organize a freedom march, McGregor said the violence had achieved nothing towards fixing the issue we face. Logical? Well, the riots did not fix anything because it has to be fixed by those weasels. And I'm quoting, I do understand frustrations, however, and I do understand a move must be made to ensure the change we need is ushered in and fast, end quote. So he said, okay, let's organize against these guys who promote a certain kind of ideology that we might not like. I don't like we can't have a consensus, can we? No. On some issues we can, but on some we can't. So same, he says, okay, let's make an organization that will oppose those guys who want to change the Irish society forever and the Irish people. You don't think that's it? I don't have time to show you. Just look at the demographic. And he said in a series of posts critical of Ireland's leaders, he's not an idiot, and the country's migration policies. And I'm quoting, I am in the process of arranging, believe me, I am a very more tactical and I have backing. There will be change in Ireland. Mark my words, the change needed. What's wrong with that? You investigate someone for that? Unless you think he's going to take, why would you think? Because what? He said some things in the past? Or because he threw that dolly in trying to get Khabib? And then Khabib got him. While there were no suggestions Mr. McGregor was endorsing the violence or the politics of the far right, he also listed a slew of crimes reportedly committed by immigrants, supposedly, he said, against Irish nationals, and warned that if the government, and I'm quoting, do not act soon with their plan of action to ensure Ireland's safety, I will. So he's getting actively engaged in politics. He's going to do something. He said here, right here, do not act soon with their plan of action to ensure Ireland's safety, I will. Patriot. Very good. He got my vote. The posts are reportedly being assessed by the Garda, the Guard, I'm assuming, the Irish police, secret police, as part of an inquiry into the dissemination of online hate speech. Our country is at stake. McGregor's remarks drew an immediate rebuke from the island's Deputy Prime Minister Michel Martin, Martin, who branded them absolutely disgraceful. Okay, you can brand them. That's hateful to call them disgraceful. That's hateful. The first thing, I felt very insulted by that and uneasy. Call the police to arrest you and investigate you because I am disturbed by you calling them disgraceful. And I would like to know why. I want to know why exactly. These guys are traitors. Traitors, they are not even Trojan horses. Because the Trojan horse, you don't know what's inside. Here, you know. They come forward and they accuse you. A patriot, a nationalist, a guy who loves his nation, the Irish nation. Unbelievable, man. And I'm not going to go here with the Prime Minister, whatever, Leo Varadkar, refused to comment directly on McGregor's. Why? Because McGregor has a big traction, a lot of fans, a lot of people. So they're gonna get him legally. Not hate speech or blah, 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 which, as I said, I don't think it's illegal. But anyway, I'm pretty sure it's not illegal. I can hate whatever I want and whomever I want. The thing is, if you act or you instigate acts of violence. But you can say, I hate his freaking glasses. That's hate speech right there. Or I hate him. Or I hate her. Or I hate them. Can I say that? Anyway, it says McGregor, who has more than 10 million followers on X and more than 47 million on Instagram, has taken a vocal stand on immigration debates in recent months. Why? He didn't just wake up and said that something happened. What happened because of what? Something happened and he reacted. So he's not supposed to react it? Take it deep. Exactly. They want you not to react. Just let it go. Become, I don't know, whatever they want you to become. Anyway, so it says here, after the conviction earlier this month of the Slovakian laborer Josef Puška for the murder of 23-year-old teacher Ashley Murphy, it says Josef Puška and Ashley Murphy, in the central town of Tullamore, he called for, and I'm quoting, serious policy reforms regarding Ireland's immigration and refugee processes. Hate speech? No, I'm against that. I'm supposed to say it. Hate speech, we're going to investigate you. And he says, he's saying what they hear, they like to hear. That's an assumption. Fuck off. All right? Observers said that the former UFC champion, who has previously been convicted of assault, bad guy, don't listen to him. In America, they let them out and say, hey, they never made a mistake? Maybe they reformed of assault, maybe positioning himself to become a figure of the far right. Why the far right exists? As a reaction to what? He fits into the myth. When you start a conversation like that, already is over. Why? They don't want to talk. Of alpha male using violence to get his way. No, he is an alpha male, all right? He is an alpha male, but you don't like alpha male. You want us to be pussified. So we stay and take it deep from whom exactly? Those guys? And he's a multimillionaire, so that's even worse. Let's take his money. He's saying what they like to hear. Why? Why would he get involved and investigated by you, secret police, for saying something? My friends, Conor McGregor scored some points for me. And I never liked him. I think he's very funny and he's smart. As a fighter, he used to be good, not very good. He had that left hand or right hand? Which one was the one? Right, and the direct. And other than that, anyway, it doesn't have to, I don't have to like him. I don't have to dislike him. But the fact that I know when he talks about certain things that he's not an idiot. He's actually informed and is intelligent. He's fast, funny, and he says things with balls. I want to see if he's going to bow down here and say, oh, my bad, which I don't think that's him. But they're going to come and first they're going to scare him. This is the scare. Investigate it for hate speech. And then they're going to start and blackmail him. They're going to say, hey, if you don't do this, this is what's going to happen. We're going to do this to you. And then we're going to do something else. If he continues and say, fuck you, mate, blah, 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 what are they going to do? They're going to go to search into his financial business dealings. That's what they're going to do. And they're going to find, as I said, he didn't pay taxes for a hot dog somewhere. I don't know, 3 cents. And for those 3 cents, there's going to be a criminal investigation. He's going to be indicted. And then it's going to be, if you don't shut up, we're going to look deeper. And again, that's how they do. You don't think so? Look what they do right now with Musk, and not only. That's how they took care of Al Capone, the real Al Capone, not United States of America. So, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.